This is the AM News on the AM Show. Now the details. The minority in Parliament say they are confident they can marshal two-thirds majority in Parliament to veto President Akufo-Addo if he formally informs Parliament of his decision not to sign the anti-gay bill into law. The President, in an interaction with the diplomatic community, signaled his intention not to sign the bill until the Supreme Court resolves disputes before it. He is, however, yet to officially inform Parliament of what he will do as the bill is yet to reach his desk. Deputy Minority Whip Ahmed Ibrahim says he expects the bill to get to the President in the next week and the House will get two-thirds majority to veto him. Parliamentary Affairs correspondent Kweku Asante reports.
The controversial anti-gay bill is yet to land on the desk. He has already signaled his intent not to sign it, but that is not formal. When it does land on his desk, he has 7 days to signal to Parliament whether or not he is going to sign it, and also within 14 days tell Parliament why he is not going to do that. Parliament can use Article 106 and by two-thirds majority veto the President on that. Already, the minority say they are marshalling forces to be able to get two-thirds majority in Parliament to veto the President and get the controversial anti-gay bill to become law.
He will get it by this Monday, Tuesday. It's within 7 days he will get it.
Okay. So he's telling you what he's likely going to tell you that he's going to do. Do you think that if this comes to push comes to shove, you get two-thirds majority to be able to veto the President?
We will get it more than necessary.
How sure are you?
Very, very sure. When the Speaker put the question that who among us was against the bill, what was the numbers? 275 or 275? Or you have a contrary view?
Ahmed Ibrahim, who is also the first Deputy Minority Whip, alleged that the former Majority Leader, Seche Mensah-Bonsu, was removed as Majority Leader because he supported the controversial Anti-LGBTQ Bill.
You remember the security architecture of the Speaker were even withdrawn. At the point the Speaker was naked, then he still pursued and said that I'm a Catholic. And Catholic, we have values and principles. Then you come to, so the Speaker was the first casualty. The second casualty was the Majority Leader, Honorable Seche Mensah-Bonsu. He is a member of the Assemblies of God. And he pursued, you remember, he did not only support, he sponsored a lot of amendments. And when it was clear that there was nothing the President could do, he changed him.
Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram Sam George, on the floor of Parliament while debating, said the President was putting the interest of foreign powers ahead of that of Ghanaians.
What is the state of our nation? Are we proud of our democracy? Because, Mr. Speaker, when the President looks at us as a nation and tells us that he is more concerned about the so-called friends of Ghana, and for that reason, the sovereignty of this Parliament is being called into question relative to the family values bill that we have passed. Mr. Speaker, I am truly worried the kinds of friends the President keeps.
MP for Ashaman, Ernest Nogbe, says this suit that has been filed by Richard Sky in the Supreme Court challenging the constitutionality of the bill passed and the process through which it was passed is just a political tool, and the Supreme Court must dismiss same.
What are you taking to court? So it can only be politically motivated. That is how I see it. That's how I see it. So I'm sure if the Supreme Court, I am not a lawyer though, but I'm sure if the Supreme Court should look into the matter, the merit of the matter, and take away their political lenses and do a due diligence on this matter, the case should be thrown out. It shouldn't be even entertained.
We now expect that in the next 1 week, the President, Akufo-Addo, will be seized fully with this bill and then can formally write to Parliament to tell them that because of these suits currently pending before the Supreme Court, he is not signing the bill into law. Already, majority MPs are tight-lipped about this situation, none of them willing to go ahead of the President. A lot of them telling me off the record, they first want to know the strategy of their President and their leadership before they will commit themselves on this matter. Ultimately, this is being reduced to a political matter, and the Catholic Bishops' Conference have already warned that the NPP government may suffer at the poll in 2024 if this bill does not become law. Reporting for JoyNews, Kuku Asante, Parliament House, Accra.
Ranking Member on Parliament Appointments Committee, Akufo-Addo, has called for an immediate audit into a contract signed between the Ghana Revenue Authority and Digital City Solutions. GRA in December 2022 announced a partnership with Metropolitan, Municipal and District Assemblies to collect property rates on behalf of the assemblies. But it has emerged at the Appointments Committee that the contract, which was ceded to a third party, Digital City Solutions, to execute, has been cancelled without any accountability. There's more in the following report.
According to the Member of Parliament for Ho Central, Benjamin Akufo-Addo, the Ghana Revenue Authority entered into an agreement with the assemblies through the local government ministry to collect property tax on behalf of the assemblies. That contract was supposed to pay a percentage of the revenue back to the assemblies. During the vetting of local government minister-designate Martin Ajay Mensah-Kosa, Benjamin Akufo-Addo raised concerns about the status of the deal.
The ministry, in collaboration with either GRA or Ministry of Finance, signed a contract with a third party called City Solutions to collect property rates and share between them and the assemblies. That is what I'm asking. What will he do about this? Is he going to do the same thing?
The minister-designate said the contract was cancelled 9 months into its implementation because most of the assemblies pulled out of the contract, complaining that they were not getting their share of the revenue.
My understanding of that agreement was to add technology to enhance the collection. But as we speak now, Mr. Chairman, there is a reversion. Government has reverted to the assemblies per directive that the assembly should continue collecting it because there were challenges in the implementation and the contract has been cancelled. But for now, the assemblies are back in control in collecting these property rates.
Ranking member on the committee, Akufo-Addo, said the nominee, if approved, must take interest in auditing the deal.
Has your ministry conducted any form of audit with the private company since the private company took over that mandate and collected revenue on behalf of the assemblies? Have you conducted any form of audit?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. The arrangement stood between GRA and, for that matter, Minister of Finance and the private company. And so that will be within their purview.
Do you know why this contract was abrogated?
No, I don't know that.
Has it come to your attention that some of these MMDAs were complaining that they were not getting what they are supposed to get from this private company?
Yes, that has come to my attention. But beyond that, I believe there were some other technical issues.
Will you, if approved, take steps to get the monies due this assembly from this private company back to them?
Very much so, Honorable Chair. I will commit to do that.
Can I take it as an assurance?
Very much so.
Another issue that came up was the shooting of some persons during the 2020 elections. Martin Ajay Mensah-Kosa says, as an MP, he has done enough to compensate families of the victims.
Personally, I undertook to support the families. So together with some friends, there was a request made of us from one of them. We extended it to both of them. A 5-bedroom house is being put up almost at near completion stages to support the families. The hospital bills were supported with, and we continue to support them because we have become family, more or less, after the event. I mean, I relate very well with them on a daily basis. I believe I recall my last vetting when one of them was in here to support me. So, Mr. Chairman, anything material we have done, but to also add that cannot bring back the lives lost. So, for me, the lessons to be learned and the fact that we should guard against this are more paramount to me than the personal support that we've given to these families.
On the discussion about the newly passed Anti-LGBTQ Bill, Minister for Tourism designate Andrew Ejapa-Mensah said government must promote domestic tourism to avoid any implication of the bill on the tourism sector.
I mean, our culture is our culture. Ultimately, all I can say is that it definitely will have an impact one way or the other. Some people who believe that lifestyle should be allowed everywhere may find Ghana not an attractive place. Some people who believe in our culture would find Ghana an attractive place. And so it all comes down to how you market Ghana and what it is that we offer to the world. The listing that we have, that we are encouraging people to visit our country as opposed to others. And of course, like my good friend, Chief Whip on the minority side indicated, if you promote domestic tourism, that then helps you to deal with whatever shortfalls or issues that may arise from some lack of interest because of this law.
The committee resumed sitting on Thursday to vet ministers designate for information, health, DOT, and Greater Accra regions. James Aveji's report read to you.
Now, Member of Parliament for Dom Kwabinya, Sarah Adjo-Asafo, hopes the 13th African Games will serve as an opportunity for the country to showcase its food and culture to the world. She made a comment after Minister for Youth and Sports, Mustafa Yusuf, addressed Parliament. There's more in the following report.
The African Games, formerly known as the All-African Games, is a continental multidisciplinary pan-African sports event held every 4 years. It is exclusively funded by the African Union on behalf of member states. Member of Parliament for Dom Kwabinya, Sarah Adjo-Asafo, believes the tournament is an opportunity to promote Ghana as a gateway to Africa. She also urged food vendors, hotels and Airbnbs to explore the economic benefits of the event.
Mr. Speaker, as we host athletes, as we host guests, as we host people from all parts of the world, we have to be able to take advantage of what they come in here to do in terms of economic activity. Our women that will be selling food, our women that will be selling drinks, water, everything. Everybody who comes in here to watch the games or to witness what happens with the games would have to lay his or her head somewhere. It means accommodation and our real estate industry will be boosted during this period.
4,000 athletes are expected to participate in 23 sporting disciplines. Minister for Sports, Mustafa Yusuf, says Ghana is ready to host what will be a successful tournament.
Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Youth and Sports intensifies supervision of the local organizing committee to deliver on its technical, managerial, administrative and organizational role. Additionally, obligatory preparatory review meetings and capacity building activities have been held to ensure timely delivery of the games. MP for Kwanswayam, George Mrekuduka, stressed the importance of publicizing the event since most Ghanaians do not even know about it.
How many people in Ghana have heard of this event? Mr. Speaker, as I speak with you or to the people of Ghana, my constituents, most of them don't know about this African Games that is being held here. And I'm using this medium to humbly ask colleagues, as we take part in event tomorrow, we use the opportunity to educate our people about the event.
The MPs say this is the time to connect with fellow Africans and rekindle the Pan-African spirit. Zuleha Nuhu's report read to you.
Flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, has shared in the frustration of soya farmers over claims of poor pricing of their produce following a ban on exportation of the products. According to the former president, who is also a farmer, the product, which sells at 460 cedis a bag, is unable to cover the cost of production. Nana Aljuma was at a town hall meeting at Tamale as part of the Building Ghana tour of the NDC and filed this report.
The ban on export of soya took effect in 2021, aimed at ensuring local millers are able to have year-round supply of soya bean to feed the poultry industry Hitherto, the local millers faced strong competition from foreign buyers, driving prices to about 600 cedis of 100 kilogram worth of soya bean. According to leadership of the farmers, it costs between 450 cedis and 460 cedis for 100 kilogram of the product, which is unable to make up for the cost of production. They say market for the product has continued to diminish.
Surely they are there to buy, but sometimes you will hear that they don't have money, they are waiting for money to come. So, and the grain is the bank of the farmer. You should be able to pick it at any moment and be able to sell to solve your problems. So if you bring it out and say, oh, today we don't have money, it's a problem.
Former President Mahama shares in their frustration as he tells the country to receive public inputs in drawing the NDC's 2024 manifesto. He explains how the present ban on exportation of the product has negatively affected his earnings.
If you look at the diesel I use in the tractor, the salaries I paid my farm hands, the inputs, the weedicide and all that I bought, then it means that we're not really breaking even. But if we're allowed to export and the price went up, it will make us put more land under soya bean cultivation. It will make us expand the acreage under soya bean so that we can produce more. And when we produce more, the price will come down naturally. And so I agree with you that that export ban is hurting the farmers because the price at which they are buying the soya bean from us does not encourage us to expand a production of soya bean. So I'm thinking of putting my land under another crop next year. I've started a pilot onion production. I did 20 acres and I'm getting about 60 bags of onion per acre. And each bag of onion costs 1,000, I can sell for 1,400 cedis. And so I'm probably better off farming onion and leaving soya bean. And that's what I'm saying, let it find its natural price.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Association of Soya Bean Farmers and Aggregators is proposing the government invest in the sector to drive production. Abdul Hakim Issa is Director of Administration.
Ghana has the capacity of producing about 1.5 million tons in a year, but currently we are doing less than 250,000 tons a year. So our problem is that government should increase investment into the sector. We have army of unemployed youth in Ghana, and we have arable lands situated when there is nothing happening on those lands. So we are of the view that government should support the production so that people who are sitting without jobs will find something to do with those arable lands.
For JoyNews, Nanaya Ojima reporting.
Away from that, management of the Evangelical Presbyterian College of Education in Amejopa in the whole West District of the Volta region has lamented the lingering infrastructural deficits of the institution. The principal, Dr. Dixon Che, indicates the school needs an ultra-modern auditorium and its access and inner campus roads developed to uplift its status. He was speaking at the matriculation ceremony for students admitted for the 2023 and 2024 academic year.
240 students were enrolled to pursue a Bachelor of Education, Junior High School Education, French, Upper Primary and Early Grade. Females constituted 52% of the total number, in line with the institution's gender inclusion policy. Dr. Dixon Che is the principal of the Evangelical Presbyterian College of Education in Amejopa.
The college continues with its policy of giving the opportunity of tertiary education to women through the gender inclusive policy, which we have been great advocates of, as well as applicants from less endowed schools on concessionary basis. I want to therefore use the opportunity to appeal to the government, the alumni, individuals and other stakeholders to help construct a befitting auditorium for the college. Secondly, we want to use the opportunity once again to remind government to help us construct the road leading to the college and the college internal roads which are not in good shape.
He announced that a scholarship scheme has been instituted to promote academic excellence.
As part of the deliberate plan to support serious students and also to inculcate in them the spirit of academic competition and excellence, the college academic board has approved management's decision to institute a scholarship scheme for all students who are desirous of getting academic laurels, either for themselves or for the institution. It is the conviction of management that this scheme will serve as a catalyst to help you to be more studious and raise the image of the college higher in all fields of endeavor.
The college furnished the female hostel with a 10-seater modern toilet facility to enhance sanitation on the campus. Fred Kwame Asari, Joy News, Amejope.
And now the premier platform for commuters' narratives, Trotro Diaries, has joined forces with Joy Prime for a television adaptation. This collaboration will extend the reach of Trotro Diaries' candid conversations and insightful narratives to a wider audience, addressing crucial topics such as road safety and the daily challenges of public transportation.
Okay, so I'll be coming to your place tonight, okay? I'll come and pick you out. Don't worry, everything is on me.
With a dedicated focus on capturing the essence of Ghana's transportation network, Trotro Diaries, which is powered by Obibini Innovation, has emerged as a digital haven for commuters to share their stories, discuss road safety, and advocate for positive change. Now teaming up with Joy Prime, Trotro Diaries is set to elevate its mission to bring commuter stories to television, expanding its reach and impact. This partnership offers exciting opportunities to connect with audiences nationwide, making transportation issues more accessible and engaging. The official partnership agreement between Joy Prime and Trotro Diaries has been signed following successful discussions. General Manager for Joy Brand, Fifi Kumsin, and representatives from Trotro Diaries came together to solidify this exciting collaboration, marking a significant milestone in bringing commuter stories to television screens nationwide.
So we believe that we have to make what is significant, interesting, and relevant to our audiences. And we are very excited about this partnership. We believe that in our quest to give our audiences exciting content, Trotro Diaries has come work together to excite the audiences of Joy Prime and those on the multimedia platform.
Trinibwa Kodia Odum, the visionary behind Trotro Diaries, offers insights into the platform's mission and future as it embarks on the partnership with Joy Prime to bring commuter stories to television screens across Ghana.
We're excited to be here today. It's basically how we can give a voice to commuters. So on one side, the transport operators have GPRTU, Protour and all that. We wanted to build a community that could advance the interest of commuters. So we'll be talking about road safety, we'll be talking about sanitation, various modes of transportation. This is what we're going to be discussing, and we hope that the people will come along with us. The past 13 years, we've been building an amazing community on social media. We currently have a member base of about 500,000 on Trotro Diaries. But now we want the conversation to even go further. And so that's why we're partnering with Joy Prime to bring it onto TV, so that we can take the conversation beyond online onto TV, as well as see what other opportunities are there. So for those that have been on Trotro Diaries online, we are coming home to Joy Prime, and we're inviting you guys to join us.
Tune in to the TV adaptation of Trotro Diaries for a diverse lineup, including interviews, reports, and discussions on transportation. Trotro Diaries and Joy Prime are committed to amplifying commuter voices and reshaping the transportation narrative in Ghana.
Well, that's how we wrap up for the AM News on the AM show. Up next is the news review. Benjamin and I are back on your screens for that. Please stay with us.